See what happens if I go to the live control room. Oh my god, I do not. No, go back. Alrighty, guys. Welcome, welcome. We're going to give everyone a few minutes to step up. Make sure the sound is working. It looks like it is. Alright, that's a good thing. Alright, so you can see we're doing things a little bit different here. I thought this would be a little easier for everyone at home to be able to view and see what's going on. I'm going to make it a little easier on myself as well. Not much, but a little bit. So obviously we have the Excel program with the lineups and all the stats and everything, and of course the out ratings and stuff. But over here you can see, hi, we got the dice, so I can roll the dice, right? And still, yeah, be able to run the game. So let me. Looks like for some reason YouTube's all freaked out. Of course, refresh it up over here. All right. So this will be the second game of our FOC baseball tournament at Diamond on the Diamond. Hey, Al, Red Sox fan, how you doing, buddy? So yeah, I decided to do things a little different. Program the two teams that are taking the field today into the system here, so we can use Excel. Again, I think it's just going to be a little easier for everyone to be able to see everything, and then still be able to use the dice. So the way I'm going to do this, I'm going to roll the dice to get the outcome of the the event, and then we're going to use the automatic dice, the automatic out. So what I'll do is I want to go 3, 2, 1, and then whatever there it is. So this, in this case, an out, it would be a ground out to short. If there was a runner in first, they would advance. If there was a runner in second, they would hold. Runner in third would advance, etc., etc. So this way, things will go pretty quick without having to look up charts or anything crazy like that. But the main dice roll will come off of this. Again, percentile dice is going to be red, black, then white. So this would be a 64, not a 46, a 64. All right, so let's get into this here. Trying to give everyone a few minutes to be able to join up on this. So thanks to Al for showing up and posting it on the channel for us. So that's cool. So hopefully everyone will know that we're getting ready to start. So let's talk about the lineups. So we have the 1993 San Francisco Giants, managed by Baseball Demos itself. Wonderful, wonderful channel. Check his channel out, of course. 1993 San Francisco Giants. And here is the lineup for the Giants. So we have Darren Lewis in center field. We have William McGee in right field. Will Clark at first. Barry Bonds in left. Matt Williams is at third base. Robbie Thompson is at second base. Kurt Manwaring, is catching. Royce Clayton is the shortstop. And Bill Swift will be doing the pitching today. Hey, Clinton Parks, how you doing, buddy? Just woke up from my nap, he says. So that is the 1993 San Francisco Giants, and they are headed out to Minnesota to take on the number 3 seeded Minnesota Twins from 1967. So we're going to be playing at the Metropolitan Stadium. You can see up here, it's a home run -1 for left-handers and home run -1 for right-handers. So doesn't matter if you're left or righty, I guess, because you're both get a -1 in this case. But it is being played in Metropolitan Stadium in Minnesota. 1967 Twins. Their lineup looks as follows. We have Zolio Versailles at shortstop, leading things off. We have Cesar Tovar at third base. Batting third is Harmon Killebrew at first base. Batting fourth is Tony Oliva, the right fielder. Batting fifth will be Bob Allison, the left. I'm sorry, Tony Oliva was the right fielder. Bob Allison will be the left fielder. Batting sixth will be Ted Unlander in center field. Then Lon Carew at second base, batting seventh. Russ Nixon is the catcher. He'll be batting eighth. And Dean Chance pitching today for the Twins. And he will be batting ninth. So, put it on Discord and you tweeted it out. Thanks, Al. I do appreciate that very much. Thank you very much. So, yeah, to make things a little easier, like I said, we're going to be rolling the dice to get the play result. We're going to use the built-in, 3, 2, 1, and whatever the play result is over here, that's what we're going to use. So that way we don't need to look up too many charts, keep the flow of the game going pretty quickly. We have all the defensive players out here, so when the Twins are up to bat, we have Barry Bonds, left field, Darren Lewis in center, Willie McGee in right, Matt Williams at third, Royce Clayton at short, Robbie Thompson at second, Will Clark at first, and behind the plate, Kurt Manwaring. And then all the pitcher information will be over here. So Bill Swift, his hit chance, his walk chance, his strikeout chance, his home run adjustment, wild pitch, how many batters he can face, and then, of course, his defensive rating, and he throws right-handed. So, there we go. All right, we'll give everyone just, we'll start here. I mentioned that we're going to start about 3:30, so we'll give everyone just a couple more minutes to join up, and hopefully they will. So, that's pretty much it. I hope everyone's having a good day. So we'll see how things go in game number 2 and see how this works out for everyone. I think the new setup, well, hopefully it'll be a little easier for everybody to be able to see what's going on. A little bit easier than trying to read it on a piece of paper from, a long distance away. So we'll see. Hopefully it'll be good. Plus, like I said, it'll be a little easier because all the defenders and all the ratings are on the sheet, which is super good. And of course, we'll get the runner advancement and outs off of the, the right side of the sheet over there. All right, Captain Carl, the hometown 1967 Minnesota Twins captain manager has arrived. So good to see. I know Baseball Demos is planning on being here, so hopefully he'll remember. Hopefully we'll get him up from his nap, and he'll be able to manage his team as well. So you can kind of see what's coming up, when we switch sides, obviously, when we go to the Twins side. Here's going to be, 1 to 5 will be an extra base hit, 6 to 12 will be a single, 13 will be a walk, 14 will be hit by pitch, 15 to 27 will be a strikeout, 28 to 56 will be an out, 57 to 59 is the lefty-righty splits, and then 60s, 70s, and 80s, and 90s will be based on the opposing pitcher, and all their information is over here on the right-hand side. Good luck to the 1993 Giants, says Captain Carl. Good luck to both of you guys. Hopefully we'll have fun. We'll have a good game. I know yesterday's game was a thriller there for a while, but the White Sox ended up pulling that one out at the end, scoring the last 8 runs of the game. So we'll see. We'll see how things go. Again, percent down dice, black then white. So 64, not 46. And I think we're going to get things going. So go to the away team. So the San Francisco Giants being the visitors. There's the defense there. Bob Allison in left field. Ted Unlander in center field. Right fielder is Tony Avila. Third base, Cesar Tovar. Shortstop, Zolio Versailles. Rod Carew at second. Harmon Killebrew at first. And Russ Nixon behind the plate. Pitching today will be Dean Chance. Right-hander, Dean Chance. All right, let's get things underway for everyone here. I do have, I should mention, I do have a score sheet over here that I'm keeping track of everything on. I think it does do it in the game somewhere, if I'm not mistaken. Well, I think there's actually a. I think there is a. No, I don't. Oh, yeah, there's just a score sheet where you can keep track of things if you wanted to, switching back and forth. But nah, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do it off camera. So if anyone joins, if you guys wouldn't mind every once in a while posting what the score is for everyone that's joining in a little bit later. All right. I'd appreciate that very, very much. Al, you'll be in charge of that. You're pretty good about that. All right. So the San Francisco Giants, Darren Lewis, obviously what we do is we look at this top spot here, because that is the current person at bat. And then when we hit next batter, it'll just go to the next batter, and we'll cycle through just like that. And then it'll automatically take us back to the top of the lineup for us. So there we go. All right. This is also a learning experience for me, as I don't have this game, says Captain Carl. All right. Well, hopefully you'll learn some stuff along the way as well. Again, we're gonna ignore the dice rolls here until we get an out or a hit result. Then I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, and whatever the result is, that's what we'll use over here, as opposed to rolling on the charts. I think it'll be faster that way than re-rolling and doing all that mess up. So anyways, here we go. I'm going to roll. Again, I am going to roll for the initial play. So Darren Lewis, center fielder, steps in, and the hometown crowd is on their feet waiting the first pitch from Dean Chance, and here we go. Oh, wow. It is a 0-2. So 0-2, 0-1 to 0-5. 0-0 is a special case. There's a special chart for anything 0-0. So you just ignore that. So 1-5 basically isn't going to be an extra base hit. We rolled a 0-2, so right off the bat, Darren Lewis is going to be getting an extra base chance. So we're going to be using the green section over here. And what we do is we adjust it based on the pitcher and the ballpark. So in this case, versus left-handers, it's a -1. Versus right-handers, it's a -1. So it's just going to be a -1. It doesn't matter if they're lefty or righty. And then we adjust for Dean Chance ability to prevent extra base hits, and that is a -5. So total this up is going to be a -6. So we're going to roll the dice again, and we're going to subtract 6 to whatever the result is. So in normal situations, if there was no plus or minus, a 1 to 8 would be a home run, a 9 to 73 would be a double, and a 74 to 100 would be a triple. But because of Dean Chance and the stadium, we're going to be subtracting 6. So it's just going to be a 1 or a 2 will be a home run. A 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8 will actually be an out. And then a 9 to 73 will be a double. And then a 74 to 100 would be a triple. So hopefully that explains how that works. So not a lot of power there, but he needs another low one, and that is going to be a 31. So 31 is higher than the 8, less than the 73. So it's going to be a leadoff double. And I've got to pick up the dice that fell behind the table. So Darren Lewis gets things started for San Francisco with a double. And that's going to bring up next batter, Willie McGee, the right fielder. Batted .301 in the regular season. Darren Lewis on second. He takes his lead out there. Willie McGee, 42. So 42 for Willie McGee is going to be an out because it's higher than the 30, but less than the 56. So it's an out. So we're going to do the 3, 2, 1, and then whatever outcome over here is what we're going to be using. So 3, 2, 1. So it is runner on first, second to first, double play, grounded to third. So that is going to be a 5-4-3 twin killing. Just what the hometown team needed there after. I'm sorry, he was on second. That's my bad. I did that yesterday too. God damn it. Sorry, my bad. My bad. That is not a 5-4-3. That's just a 5-3. Runner moves to third. My bad. I did that in yesterday's game. The exact same thing. Oh my gosh, I am crazy. All right, so runner at third now with one away for Will Clark. So Will Clark is up, and away we go. Oh no, 0-5. And so again, 1 to 8 is going to be an extra base hit. We're going to subtract 6 from his result, so 1 to 26 is going to be a home run. 1 to 26 will be a home run for Will Clark. And that is a 40, so a solid double. Second double given up by Dean Chance, and San Francisco takes a 1-0 lead early in this game. But don't forget, yesterday, the losing team was up 3 runs. Actually, at one point, he was up 6-2, and they ended up losing. So Will Clark with a double. That brings up Barry Bonds. You can see he's got a big home run range there if he gets an extra base hit. So let's see what Barry Bonds does. Runner at second, one away. 84. So your 80s are your K ratings. So you can see 80 to 87 is going to be a strikeout. 88 to 89 is going to be a out. It won't be a strikeout, but it'll be an out. And in this case, an 84 falls into that 80 to 87 range. So that is going to be a strikeout. So big strikeout there by Dean Chance. And that's on Barry Bonds. So next batter up is Matt Williams. 2 away now, runner at second. 1 run in for San Francisco. Yep, you are up 1-0 as Darren Lewis started the game off with a double. Got sent over to third on a ground out by Willie McGee. And then Will Clark with a double to drive in Darren Lewis from first. It's now 2 outs here. Top of the first inning, 1-0 San Francisco. And that is we're going to call that a 54. 54 is going to be an out. So we're going to go 3, 2, 1, and it's going to be pop up to the catcher, P2, and that's going to do it. But San Francisco takes a 1-0 lead going into the bottom of the first inning. Thank you, Al. I appreciate it. So we're now switching sides. We're going to the Twins. Since Baseball Demos just joined us, I'm going to go through the lineup really quickly for them. Zoyo Versailles, shortstop, Cesar Tovar, third base, Harmon Kilbrode, first, Tony Oliva, right fielder, Bobby Allison, left fielder, Ted Uzlander, center fielder, Rod Carew at second, Russ Nixon catching, Dean Chance pitching for Minnesota. You can see your defensive alignments up here, and then Bill Swift's information up here. Now, Bill Swift is a -3 to the home run chance, -1 for the ballpark. So he's going to be a -4 if anybody gets an extra base hit off of him. All right. To do up first is the shortstop, Versailles. And boom, away we go. That is a 36. It's higher. So basically what you do is you just go across until you find the number you just rolled. Unless it's 60 or higher, in that case we'll be checking the pitcher. But in this case you can see 30, what do we roll, 36? So 27 is a strikeout, 56 is an out, so it falls in between those two numbers, so you always go up to the next category. In this case it's the out, so it will be an out. We just have to find out what kind of out it is, and it'll be 3, 2, 1, and it's a fly out to center. F8. So 1 away, and we go to Cesar Tovar, third baseman. That is an 89. So we're going to be looking at the pitching categories over here. Really? Wow, okay. The 60s are going to determine whether or not you get a hit. It's their ability to prevent hits. The 70s are their abilities to prevent walks. The 80s are their chance to strike players out. So that is an 89. So 80 to 86 is a strikeout. It's higher than a strikeout. So 87, 88, and 89, instead of a strikeout, it's still an out. So 3, 2, 1. It's going to be a line out. He is a right-handed batter, so it's going to be a line to third. So at L3, or I'm sorry, in L5. And we go to the next batter. Harmon Killebrew. Harmon Killebrew batted 269 in 1967. Two-way here for Bill Swift and the Giants. 22, so again, we just look across. 22, it's higher than 15. It's less than 30, so it's going to be a walk. So a walk given up by Bill Swift. Runner at first is Harmon Killebrew. Not very much a threat to steal. You have their steal ratings, or I'm sorry, this is their sacrifice ratings. After the green box is the green boxes are their extra base hits. Once you get an extra base hit, you roll again in this green box. You also have their sacrifice hitting, which is based on a 6-side or higher is better. Hit and run, A, B, or C. A's are good, B's are average, C's are really bad. And then there's stolen base index, which is their chance to be able to get a stolen base, and then their success rating. So even though he has a success rating of 100, right? Of 100, he's got a very, very small chance of getting a steal attempt in. Their injury ratings, their at-bats, their home runs, and then their average. All right. So Harmon Killebrew's at first. And guys, if you're in the chat and you want to make any adjustments, I know it's early in the game, but if you want to make any adjustments, let me know. Bunting or pinch hitting or anything like that. Obviously, bottom of first inning, probably not too much of that going to happen, but due up, Tony Oliva, right fielder, 289 average, runner at first, 2 outs, bottom of first. And that is a 27. So 27 is going to be a strikeout. So hit by pitch is 23. We rolled a 27. So we go up to the 28 column, which is a strikeout. So that is going to do it. And we have nothing for the Twins in the first inning. So first inning is complete. We will now move on to the second inning. This is their run rating here, Captain Carl. F is fast, S is slow, and A is average. So you actually have fast, fast, slow, fast, 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 average, and slow. And most pitchers are considered slow unless they pitch ran. So not counting the pitcher, you have only 2 players that are not fast, which is actually very, very good. All right, so we go back to the top of the second, and due up is going to be Robbie Thompson, 312 average, 19 home runs in the regular season, and that is a 90. So a 90 is going to be a, got to get my chart out again. Sometimes it's a little confusing. Right. And so 90 and 91 are your wild pitch numbers. 90 and 91. If there's nobody on base, it's just a pop out. No one on base, the batter pops out on a 90 and lines out on a 91. In this case, it was a 90, so he's going to pop out. And normally you just look at the 6-sided dice for that, so it's just going to be a pop up to third in foul territory. Making the catch out there is going to be Cesar Tovar, and we'll call that a P5. And coming up now is Kurt Manwaring. APBA chatter, how you doing? Al Red Sox fan, Keith White, how you doing? Hope all is well. F is fast, S is slow. Thank you, Al. I appreciate it. All your help you're doing in the chat, keeping people understanding what's going on. I do appreciate it very, very much. So Kurt Manwaring, 275 average, 5 home runs in the regular season. and that is a 38. So that is going to be a higher than a strikeout, but it is still going to be an out. We're going to go 3, 2, 1. It's going to be a fly out to left. Call that an F7. And that's 2 away now for Royce Clayton. 1-0 Giants here in the top of the second. Royce Clayton, 282 average, 6 home runs, and 548 at-bats. As an 83, so we're going to look at D. Chance, his ability to strike out hitters. 80 to 87 is a strikeout. That is an 83. That is a strike 3 called swinging at the Nietzsche. And the Giants go down 1-2-3 in the second. We go to the bottom of the second. The Minnesota Twins back up. Due up is going to be Bob Allison. Bob Allison, the left fielder, 258 average, but has a little bit of pop, 24 home runs. And Bob Allison, 32 is going to be a strikeout. Now, if you look back at yesterday's game, holy crap, we had a total of like 4 strikeouts the whole game. And so far in this game, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4. So I guess the dice were just, hey, Keith White, hi, DJ, I just got my first season of payoff pitch cards, 1979, but haven't done anything with it yet. All right, Keith, congratulations, good job. Did you let him know that ID Jester sent you there? Hopefully you did. And if you need my charts, just email me at idjesterlive@gmail.com. I'll send you my charts out, free of charge, of course. So thank you very much for the info, Keith. Appreciate it. All right, so what do we have here? Bob Allison struck out. So it's Ted Unlander, 258 average, 6 home runs. We're in the bottom of the second, 1-0 Giants. 56, and that always, 56 is always the last one of the outs. So anytime you roll 56, you don't even need to look at charts or anything. That is always the last number of the out range. 57, 58, and 59 are always the lefty-righty split matchups. So anytime you roll 56 to 59, you know exactly what you're getting. This will be an out. So it will be 3, 2, 1, and it's going to be ground out to second. So we're going to call that a 4-3 put out. And due up is Rod Carew, 292, 8 home runs. Rod Carew, second baseman. He steps in there. Bill Swift gets the ball back from the catcher. He's waiting on the signs. He likes what he sees, and he delivers. 27. 27 is going to be a strikeout. Higher than the walk rating, lower than the K, and so that is going to be a strikeout. 2 strikeouts for Bill Swift, his third of the game, and the Twins go down in order, 1, 2, 3 in the second. We move on to the third. Still 1-0 ball game here, game number 2 of the tournament. And due up is going to be, we got to go back to San Francisco. Due up is the pitcher, Bill Swift. You can see he's not likely to get any, well, no, that's not true. He might have a shot, actually, at getting a hit here. We shall see. All right, and Bill Swift, the pitcher. He rolls, I just said that. He rolls a 0.6. 0.6, so that's higher than the extra base rating, but lower than the single. So he got himself a single. Comes back to bite me in the ass as, once again, the pitchers can hit. And so Bill Swift is on first, the pitcher. We go back to the top of the lineup. Darren Lewis led the game off with a double to start things off here. Pitcher's on first. Not much of a threat to steal, though. In fact, he's got 0 chance of getting a stolen base, so probably not a good chance of trying to steal a second, because a 0% chance is not likely to hit for you. Anyways, Darren Lewis doubled in the first. Let's see what he does again against Dean Chance. 48, that's going to be higher than the strikeout, lower than the out, so we go up to the higher number, and that's going to be an out. So we're going to look over here for the results. We're going to go 3, 2, 1, and that is going to be a double zeros result. So craziness about ready to happen. Here we go. He got a double zero result on. All right, so we have a runner on first, correct? Yes, this pitcher is on first. Runner on first, and we need to roll a six-sider for this, so we're going to roll a six-sider, and it's number 5. So with the runner on first, all right, so we got to look at the catcher's arm rating. In this case, is Russ Nixon. He's an A catcher. So we're going to roll a die. If it's 1 or 2, he picks the runner off first. If he rolls 3 to 5, the runner gets back safe. If he rolls a 6, it's a wild throw, and we're going to check his E rating, and the runner is going to move possibly from he's going to get to go to second and then possibly third, depending if it's his E rating. So that's a 1. So he's going to 1, 2, 2. He picks the runner off of first. So picks off Bill Swift on the 2-3 putout. 2-3 putout. So bases are now empty again. And Darren Lewis gets a shot at it again, actually. So 56, well, that is, we know we've already talked about that. 56 is always the last number in the out range, so that will be an out. 3, 2, 1. So it's a pop up to first. So we're going to call that a P3. 2 away now for Willie McGee. 2 outs for Willie McGee. Top of the third inning. That is an 18. That is going to be a single by Willie McGee. A 2-out single by Willie McGee. Due up is Will Clark. Will Clark RBI double in the first, only run in the ball game so far. Willie McGee. All right. Here we go. Will Clark. He rolled a 7-0, 70. So that is going to be a 70-72 is a walk by Dean Chance. So Dean Chance with the walk. So runners at first and second now with 2 away. And due up is Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds is up. And there are 2 outs here. Runners at first and second. Bonds is up. 23, and he's going to walk as well. 20-36 is a walk. So he's going to walk back-to-back hitters. We now have Willie McGee at third, Will Clark at second, Barry Bonds at first. Bases are loaded, 2 away. Next batter is Matt Williams. Matt Williams batted .294 in regular season, 38 home runs. So let's see what happens here. 1-0 Giants, top of the third, 2 away. 78, and that is not a walk, only 70-72. So that is going to be an out. 3, 2, 1. It's going to be grounder to third. And that's going to be a 5-3 put out with the bases loaded. The Giants come up empty. And the Twins pump their fists as they head back to the dugout. Down just 1-0, bottom of 3. Due up is going to be Russ Nixon, 235, only 1 home run in the regular season. 36 will be an out. 3, 2, 1. And it's going to be a ground out to the pitcher. So we'll call that a 1-3 put out. Next batter. The pitcher, Dean Chance. He's got no shot of getting a hit other than if it comes off of the pitcher card, actually. So he would like a 60, 61, 62, or 63 would be good for him. Anything low is actually bad, as he's not a very good hitter. 24, that will be a strikeout. So Dean Chance with the strikeout. 2 away. And that brings up Zolio Versalis. He flew out to center field his first time up. That is a 38, and that will be an out. 3, 2, 1. Fly out to left, so F7. So that's going to do it for the third inning. We go to the fourth, still a 1-0 Giants lead. Due up this inning, Robbie Thompson, Kurt Manwaring, and Royce Clayton. Top of 4, 1-0. Is Fall Classic Baseball good? I like the 3 pitching columns for bullpen sessions. Maybe ID Jester can create something for payoff pitch to adjust pitcher cards in the same way. If you want to find out my feelings on any game, any cards and dice game, I did a video review where I ranked all 16 of the different card and dice games I have. You can check these videos out here on my channel. But just suffice it, it's a very good game. Every game has advantages and disadvantages. There's no perfect game out there. It depends what you're looking for, the price you want to pay, the speed of the game. If you want a 50-50 matchup or you don't want 50-50 chance from coming off the hitter card or the pitcher card. There's lots of different things to talk about, but I would say all in all, it's better than an average game. It's good. It's not the best game out there, in my opinion, but it is good and it's worth your time and investment. All right, Robbie Thompson is up against Dean Chance here in the top of the fourth. 7-2, and that's going to be a walk by Dean Chance. So leadoff walk by Dean Chance. And Kurt Manwaring. Again, if baseball demos, Captain Carl 8, if you guys are here and you want to make any steel adjustments or play in or anything like that, let me know. I know I do have your cheat sheets of information all printed out. I know that Captain Carl updated his sheet this morning, which does me no good. Just saying, no good. So you might have to refresh my memories. Otherwise, I'm just going to play it out like I would normally play it out. And most importantly of all, can Jester and Al pronounce the names without making the Admiral pull out his gray old hair? That's funny, Clinton. That is funny. Kurt Manwaring, no outs. Runner at first, top of 4. 25. Oh, just missed it. 24 is a hit by pitch. 25 is a strikeout. So big strikeout there by Dean Chance. Otherwise, we would have had runners at first and second, nobody out. Good going so far, says Baseball Demos. Good, because I don't want to miss anything and then have somebody win or lose because I missed something. So Royce Clayton, Royce Clayton is up, 282 average, 6 home runs. Still runner at first, 1 away now. Pitcher spot due up next. That's at 96, so any of the 92 or higher, you look at the white dice, and it tells you which position you're going to look at. So in this case, 6, we all know that that's the shortstop position. So we're going to look at Zolio Versalis. Then we're going to look at this dice, and we're going to compare that to his number. If it's equal to or less than his number, then it's an error. So that is going to be an error on the shortstop, E6. Let's see, E6. And that's going to put runners at first and second. Could have been a double play, but he bobbles it and makes the error. And now we have runners at first and second. Oh, I'm sorry. So the other thing is, you look at this number. If it's an even number, it's a two-base error, and if it's an odd number, it's a one-base error. So this is actually a two-base error because it was a 2. So that is going to put runners at second and third with only 1 out. Second and third, only 1 out. Big error there by the shortstop, Zolio Versalis, as he's got a 3 rating, which is actually pretty high. You can see, like, if we look at Ted Unlander in center field, he's a 0. Tony Avila is a 0. Bobby Allison's only a 1. So the outfield is really solid. And even though you're a 0, you can still get a error. What you have to do in that case is you have to roll 1, and then you re-roll it, and then a 1 or 2, then it's an error. All right, so runners is second and third, only 1 away, and the pitcher spot is up. So what are we going to do, gentlemen? Is somebody out there? Yep, two-base error, Demos. I got it. I saw that. Yep. Okay, never mind. Yep. So he is a sacrifice hit rating of 5. Swing away, says Baseball Demos. Yeah, it's kind of almost what you have to do, because there is Chris used it yesterday successfully, but I still don't think it's very good. And that is your looking for the sheet now. It's your suicide squeeze. So there's a suicide squeeze in the game. But basically, you get a -2 to your rating. If you miss the ball on the first roll, the runner's out at home. If you get the bunt down, the runner on third scores. If you roll a 6, it's a pop-up. Runner on third is out, and it's a double play. So if you want to do a suicide squeeze, you can do that. But, yeah. All right, we're going to give Bill Swift. He's actually not a bad. Again, anything 19 or less on the dice roll will get a hit for a pitcher. That's not bad, actually. So, all right, not bases noted. Second and third. Runner third is Bobby Thompson. Runner second is Royce Clayton on the two-base error. E6, really hurting the Twins so far. Let's see if it comes back to bite him here as Bill Swift steps into the box and swings. 26. That is going to be an out. Now, we're going to look over here because we have runners at second and third to find out what's going to do. And we're going to do the 3, 2, 1 again. So 3. Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't count, so don't count that one. 3, 2, 1. So there it is. It's a fly out to right, and everyone holds. So that's going to be an F9. Not deep enough, though, and the runners hold for the second big out of the inning. But Bill Swift gave it a ride, at least. That brings up Darren Lewis. He's 1 for 2 with a double in the first inning. Runners still at second and third, but 2 outs now. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. 12, and that is a single. That's going to be a single, so now we're going to look in the green section to find out if the runner on second is going to make it home. We know the runner on third is. So, again, 3, 2, 1, and second to home, it's only a one-base and fence because it's an infield hit. So, but the run comes in as the error costs the Twins Moving up to third on the single by Darren Lewis, and now we have runners at the corners. It's only a 2-0 ball game, though. Willie McGee is up. Willie McGee, right fielder, runners at the corners, 2 away here, top of the fourth. 54, that will be an out, so that's going to end the inning. 3, 2, 1. And it's going to be ground out to short. We're just going to say that's a 6-4 put out. Doesn't really matter if it's 6-3 or 6-4 unless you're keeping some kind of super stats. We aren't. But they do end up plating a run. A unearned run, actually, I believe, because of the error. But Darren Lewis knocked in the run. It's now 2-0 going into the bottom of the fourth. All right, due up is Cesar Tovar. He lined it right to the third baseman first time up. Captain Carl, yes, run is unearned. Okay, good. Captain Cesar Tovar lined to third his first time up. 92. So in 92, we're checking the pass ball rating of the catcher. We compare this. Yeah, I believe so. Let me just double check that. Let me double check. On the 92 is, I know it's the. I just want to make sure there isn't. I don't think there's a range check for the catcher. I think it's all pass ball ratings, I believe. Just want to double check though. Let's see here. That's not the right sheet. Where the hell is the right sheet? No. I'm pretty sure that all 92s are just the pass ball ratings. If I'm mistaken, I'm sure somebody will remind me, but I'm pretty sure I'm correct on that. Right. Okay, so here it is. The catcher's number symbol is his pass ball rating on dice rolls of 92. If there's a runner on base and the D6 is less than or equal to the rating, it's a pass ball. Otherwise, if the bases are empty, it's a pop out to the catcher. Blah 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 blah. All right, so yeah, I was right. So we rolled a 5. The catcher, Kurt Manwaring, is a 3. So it's not a pass ball. Do we have anyone on base? We do not. So it's just going to be a pop-up. Right. It's just going to be a pop-up to the catcher, P2, because there's no one on base. Right. Okay. There we go. Bottom of 4, 2-0 Giants. All right. So Harmon Killebrew, he walked his first time up in the first. 82, so 80 numbers are your strikeout values, 80 to 86. Bill Swift is going to get you swinging at the beachy. Steve Wright 3, you're out of there. Harmon Killebrew, 2-way for Tony Oliva. He struck out in the first. 99, and once again, we're going to be checking defense. This time, 9 is going to be Willie McGee. And we're going to look at the little comma number there. So this is going to be a range check. 5s and 6s are range checks on the dice. If you have a comma, you give up a single on a 6, and that is what it is. So Willie McGee cannot get to it, as that is a comma. And that's going to fall in for a single for Tony Oliva. 1 out single for Tony Oliva. Two-away here in the bottom of the 4th. Tony Oliva. I was looking to see if he had any notes on trying to steal anybody or do anything crazy like that. All right, due up Bob Allison. Bobby Allison, he struck out his first time up. That is a 2-2, 22. So 22 is going to be a walk by Bobby Allison. So runners at first and second with 2 away for Ted Uhlaender. 258 average, 6 home runs. Runners Oliva at second, Allison at first. They take their leads. Here comes the pitch from Bill Swift. And that is an 86. That is going to be a strike 3. Called. That is another big strikeout by Bill Swift. And that's going to end the threat in the 4th. We go to the 5th, 2-0 San Francisco. That is strikeout number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 strikeouts so far for Bill Swift. One of the comments I put in the Al's Discord this morning was the fact that there was way too much hitting and not enough strikeouts. But that has certainly changed my mind so far today, as this game is much more a defensive battle than I would have thought. The first game ended up 10-6. This one 2-0 in the top of the 5th inning. Due up is Will Clark. Will Clark is 1 for 1 with a double in the first inning and also a walk in the 3rd. We're in the top of the 5th, 2-0 to San Francisco. 7-5. That's your walk chance. It is not a walk, so it will be an out. 3, 2, 1. It's a ground out to 3rd. We'll call that 5-3. That brings up Mr. Barry Bonds. Struck out in the 1st and walked in the 3rd. Strikeout and a walk so far for Barry Bonds. 336 average, 46 home runs, 1993. 35, that will be an out. Nope, I'm sorry, 36. That is going to be a walk. So another walk. He's got a huge walk range, which makes sense because nobody wanted to pitch to him because he was hitting all those home runs. Second walk for Barry Bonds. So 1 out walk. And due up, Matt Williams popped up to the catcher and grounded out to the 3rd baseman, Cesar Tovar, in the, what inning was that? The 3rd inning. So 0 for 2 is Matt Williams. Runner at first, 1 out here in the top of the 5th. 93, so we're going to be checking defense again. It's going to be the first baseman. We're going to look to see his error rating. First baseman Harmon Killebrew is a 1. It is a 1, so that is going to be another error on the Twins. The 2nd error of the game, and it's a 1, so it's just a 1-base error. So moving to 2nd will be Bonds on the E1. So runners at 1st and 2nd, and the Minnesota defense is letting themselves down today. So due up now, runners at 1st and 2nd is Robbie Thompson. 1st and 2nd, 1 out. Robbie popped up to 3rd and walked, ended up scoring in the 4th inning. 87, that is a strikeout. So a big, big, big strikeout there by Dean Chance. Gets that all-important second out, so now the defense can play back and not worry. Just get this last out. Not let another error haunt them. Kurt Manwaring, he's 0 for 2, flied out to left and struck out in the fourth. 0 for 2 runners at second and third. 46, and that will be an out, and that's going to end it 3, 2, 1. It's a line out to first. We'll call that an L3, and that's going to do it. So this time the error does not come back to bite them. But the second error of the game by the Twins. It's still 2-0, bottom of 5. Due up this inning, Rod Carew, Russ Dixon, and Dean Chance. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Halfway home, guys. 2-0, San Francisco. And due up is Rod Carew. Struck out in the second. 44, that will be an out. 3, 2, 1, and it's a fly out to center. F8. Russ Nixon. He grounded back to the pitcher in the 3rd inning. That is a 98, so we're going to be looking at the center fielder. Center fielder is Darren Lewis. It is a 0, which means he will not make an error unless we roll a 1 and then another 1 or 2. But it's a 2, so it's no errors. That's just going to be an easy F8. So 2 fly balls to center field. That brings up Dean Chance, the pitcher. How many innings can Bill Swift go? Bill Swift, you can see right here, BFS, which is batters faced as a starter. He can go 30. Right now, you are sitting at this. This is batter number 18. So you got a while if you want. So Dean Chance against Bill Swift. 98, again, we're going to be testing the defense for the center fielder. In this case, Darren Lewis, again, is a 0, but we did roll a 1. So on a 1 or 2 on a reroll, we will get an error on the 0. And that is a 2! So Darren Lewis, Mr. Sure-handed, and that is going to be a 2-base error, as that is an E8. Got a little nonchalant after 2 fly balls, and that's going to be an E8, and that's going to put the pitcher on. Killer. Wow. So runner in scoring position now for Zolio Versalis. 3rd error of the game. First one on the Giants. Versalis is 0 for 2, fly ball to center, fly ball to left. Big opportunity to get the Twins back into this. 11, and that is going to be a single. So we're going to look at the green section. We're going to count it down. 3, 2, 1. And second to home, F runner scores. So Dean Chance, the pitcher, though, he is a slow runner, so he's not an F runner. He's going to be held up at third on the single. So runners at the corners, 2 away. And that brings up Cesar Tovar. Runners at the corners, 267 average. Can they get back into this one? We'll find out. Cesar Tovar. He's 0 for 2, lined out to third and popped to the catcher. Bottom of 5. 99. So we're going to be looking at the right fielder, Willie McGee. He's only a 1. We rolled a 4, so no error this time. And that's going to be a fly ball, F9, and that's going to do it. Whew, the San Francisco faithful are breathing a sigh of relief there. We go to the 6th, still 2-0. Dean Chance can go 31. He's gone 9, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24. He's only gone 25, so he can go 6 more hitters. So due up is going to be Royce Clayton. Royce Clayton got on the E6, and also a strikeout for Royce Clayton. 11, and that is going to be a single by Royce Clayton, a leadoff single. And with the pitcher spot up, I'm assuming David wants me to do the bunt Saruski. Bill Swift is going to lay one down. He is a 5. So the way they do bunting in this is you roll the first time. If you roll equal to or less than your number, then it's a in play. And then you roll again, and if it's higher than or less than or equal to your number, then it's a good sacrifice. If you roll higher than that, then it's a bad sacrifice. All right, so basically you have to roll a 6. If you got a 5 rating, you have to roll a 6, or on the first roll or on the second roll for it to be an out. So Bill Swift, I'm pretty sure he's going to want a bunt, and sure enough, here comes the sign, and he squares. It's a 2, so it's in play. Now we just got to make sure it's a good one. One more. It's a 5. So good sacrifice there. And we'll put that as a sack. And runner to second for Darren Lewis. Jim Perry's warming up on the bullpen for the Twins. Yes, he is. I see him out there. Jim Perry is out there getting ready. Getting warmed up here, as that is batter number 28 coming up. So 3 more to go. So Darren Lewis, he's 2 for 3 actually, a double and a single so far for Darren Lewis. Runner at second in scoring position. 91, so we're going to be looking at the 90 and 91 are always wild pitches. So we're going to be looking at the wild pitch rating of the, Dean Chance is a 5, and we rolled a 5. So that is going to be a wild pitch, sending the runner over to third. Unbelievable. Wild pitch. Sends him to third. Not what the Twins needed there. So another roll for Darren Lewis. Runner at third. 1 out. 2-0 ball game for the Giants. 43 is going to be an out, so it's going to come up to, I should have, infield is in. I was going to say, I probably should have made sure that I told you the infield is in. Captain Carl put it in the chat before I rolled. So the infield is going to be in. So we're going to roll over here again. I hang on a second, guys. We're going to roll this one instead of use the computer because I want to make sure. So there's a special chart. Runner advanced third to home. Let's see. Out advance. Let's see here. Hang on a second. Because this could be important. I want to make sure we do it right. All right. So where is if the defense is playing in? All right. I'm just going to see. to see what the. I'm looking here to see if they incorporate all the charts in. All right, I'm going to roll this one just because I'm not 100% sure they actually incorporate infield in. Hang on a second. Oh, I know what. I know why. 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 Okay, so we got to find out where it was hit. Right. I remember. Okay, yeah, it's coming back to me. Give me a second. All right, so sorry guys. Sometimes, sometimes. All right, if the defense is playing in, right? There's a special part of the chart if they're playing in. All right, so on roll, if it's hit, you try and stop the runner from third from scoring by playing any of your outfields in. However, if the ground ball or line drive is hit to the infielder, you're going to roll a d6. If 1, 2, or 3 it gets past him, if 4, 5, or 6 he makes the play, runner at third holds. 4, 5, or 6 if their bases are loaded is a double play, blah, blah, blah. So it comes down to what kind of out it's going to be, whether it's a fly ball out, a ground out, or whatever. So in that case, we would just roll normal, right? Yes, we would. And then if it goes to an infielder, we need to check and see whether or not he makes the play. Got it, right. Okay. All right. So we are going to roll this one out because I don't want the computer to do something funky like roll 0, 0 or some kind of craziness. So we're going to roll this one out. We're going to use the runner advance third to home chart. It is column 6 and a 3. So a 6 and a 3 is to first base. So the ball's been hit to first. Now we need to see whether or not he makes the play. So 1, 2, or 3. It is a single that gets past the fielder, and runners advance 2 bases. If it's a 4, 5, or 6, he's going to make the play, and the runner at third is going to hold at third. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. It is a single. 4, 5, 6. He's going to make the play, and in this case, he does make the play. So, runner at third holds on the 3. We'll call that 3-4 as the second baseman came over to cover the bag. Who knows? Who knows? It doesn't matter. But that is an out. Runner's still in third. 2 outs now. And due up is Willie McGee. Sorry, I went through that slow because I didn't want to screw it up for anybody. Okay, so apologize. 1 for 3 is Willie McGee, singled in the third. Here we go. 2 outs now. And that is going to be a 2-0, 20. And that is going to be a walk. So bases are going to be loaded here. Another walk. I'm sorry, not bases loaded. It's first and second. First and second. I'm sorry, first and third. First and third, 2 away for Will Clark. And that is 27, 28, 29. So he's got 2 more batters here. Thanks as we learn the game. So runners at first and third. Again, Will Clark is double in the first, walk in the third, and grounded to third in the 5th inning. Here we go, Will Clark. 87. That is going to be a strike 3 on the outside corner. Unbelievable. Dean Chance pumping his fist as he somehow, some way kept the Giants off the board. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It is still a 2-0 ball game. Somehow, some way, we had Royce Clayton with the single, then the sacrifice, then the wild pitch, and then the 3-4 put out, the walk, and then the strikeout. And the Twins are excited to get on the get their bats back in their hand and see if they can do something against Bill Swift. So far, Bill Swift has given up a whopping total of 2 hits, 1 in the 4th and 1 in the 5th, and 2 walks. So 2 hits and 2 walks so far by Bill Swift. Let's see if we can continue this as Harmon Killebrew is due up. Harmon Killebrew, Tony Avila, and Bob Allison. Killebrew walk and a strikeout so far for Harmon Killebrew. Walk and a strikeout. 26, and that's going to be another walk. So leadoff walk by Harmon Killebrew, second walk of the game. And that brings up Tony Avila. 289 average, 17 home runs. The power for the Twins just haven't been displayed yet. They've got some really good home run numbers, especially Harmon Killebrew with the 64. 47, they just haven't been able to get these extra base rolls yet. So, Tony Avila, strikeout and his single so far for Avila. 97, so we're going to be checking the left fielder. Left fielder Barry Bonds, and that is a 1. He has made an error. Barry Bonds only 1 in 6. He'll make an error, and this time he makes it. And it's a 1-base error, though, so nothing crazy. And that is his second error on the Giants now. E7 and an E8. And we talked earlier, I showed everyone. I said Barry Bonds is a 1, Darren Lewis is a 0, Willie McGee's a 1. They got a really good outfield. And so far, we have an E8 and an E7. I cannot believe that. Here I am bragging about them, and they have faltered. So we have runners at first and second, nobody out for Bob Allison. Allison, 258, 24 home runs. So far, Allison, strikeout and a walk. There we go. You're a jinx, says Clinton Parks. Probably am. 86. That is a strikeout by Bill Swift. 86. Right there it is. Another strikeout. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 6 strikeouts for Bill Swift so far. Bill Swift has got 30, and we're coming up on... yeah, it's not even the third time through the lineup yet, so he should be okay. All right, Ted Umlander, 1 out, runners at first and second. Big opportunity here for the Twins to get back in this bottom of 6th inning. 34, that too high, so that is going to be an out. So we're going to look 3, 2, 1. So runner on second, hold. It's a fly out to center. Unless the he has a weak arm. Darren Lewis has got a strong arm, so no advance. Fly out to center, F8. No advance by either runner. So 2 away just like that. And Rod Carew is due up. Rod Carew struck out in the 2nd and flew out to center in the 5th. 2 men on for Rod Carew. 7-6. That is not a walk. And so that will be an out. 3, 2, 1. And it's ground out to third. We're just going to put that down as a 5 unassisted as he takes it to the bag himself. And that's going to do it. We go to the 7th, and I think we're going to have a pitching change. I think we're going to have a pitching change as we have 27, 28, 29, 30. So 31, this is batter number 31. Alan Shaw, how you doing, buddy? Captain Carl, you going to make a pitching change? We're in the top of the 7th. Still 2-0 Giants. Oh, thanks, Al. I'm sorry. Due up for the let's go to the Giants. Actually, it's a good idea. Due up is going to be Barry Bonds, a lefty, Matt Williams, a righty, Robbie Thompson, a righty, and then Kurt Manwaring, a righty, Royce Clayton, a righty, and Bill Swift. So Bonds, Williams, Thompson due up here in the top of the 7th for the Mike Jackson with his one glove is lightly tossing in the pen, says Baseball Demos. Jim Merritt's in. All right, so we go to the home dugout here. Jim Merritt. I need my keyboard. That would help. Jim Merritt is coming in right now. Jim Merritt is coming in the 7th inning. All right, Jim Merritt. Put him as the pitcher. Take that out. Let's make sure it made the change there. Good. All right. And then we need to change number 9 to Jim Merritt 9 and P. Right? Let's go between the lines. All right. There we go. Pitching change. Coming in, the left-hander, Jim Merritt. He's going to be facing off against Barry Bonds. Again, 57, 58, 59 are all lefty-righty splits. So if that is the case, Jim Merritt will get out Barry Bonds. But keep that in mind when your right-handers come up. 57, 58, and 59. 56 are always your outs, right? And then 57, 58, and 59 are always your lefty-righty splits. Okay. No DH, Alan, no DH. All right, so Barry Bonds is due up. Let's see what he does. Barry Bonds, 2 walks and a strikeout so far for Barry Bonds. Jim Merritt in the lefty-lefty matchup. 22, another walk. Wow. He's got a huge walk range, 20 to 36. I don't know how many times he walked in 1993, but must have been a ton as he's walked 3 times now for the Giants. So that brings up Matt Williams. 2-0 Giants, top of 7. Nobody out. Barry Bonds at first. Matt Williams. Here we go. 62. That is a hit off of Jim Merritt. So 60 to 65 is a hit. So Jim Merritt gives up the hit. 66 to 69 would be outs. All right, so we are going to count it down and look at the single option over here to find out if the runner makes it first to third. So 3, 2, 1. First to third, nope, 1 base advances. It's an infield hit, but they do have runners at first and second. Nobody out yet. Jim Merritt walk and a single so far against Jim Merritt. 126 walks is Captain Carl for Barry Bonds. First and second, do you want to leave Merritt in, the lefty? You got a bunch of righties coming up. Robbie Thompson, Kurt Manwaring, Royce Clayton, and then the pitcher spot. Jim Perry in? Okay. Jim Perry's coming in as they've seen enough of Jim Merritt. It looks like it's going to be Jim Perry coming in the 7th as well, as he could not register even an out. So we go to home dugout, and it's going to be Jim Perry in the ninth spot as the pitcher. And then Merritt out and Jim Perry in to pitch. All right, let's make sure it made all the adjustments. Jim Perry. Okay, good. All right, looks like Robbie Thompson's going to lay down the bunt, though. Robbie Thompson with the bunt. He is a 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4 for 5 again. It's a 5. So it's in play. Now it's got to be a good or bad. 6 will still get him out. And that is a 4. So good sacrifice there by Robbie Thompson. SAC. And that moves the runners into scoring position. So 2 men on. And you have Kurt Manwaring coming up to the plate. And the pitcher's, no, I'm sorry, Kurt Manwaring and then Royce Clayton, then the pitcher. Captain Carl says, I'm running out of nails to bite. Swing away, says Baseball Demos. All right, Kurt Manwaring swinging away. Runners is second and third. 1 out, unless Captain Carl wants to walk him to set up the double play. Captain Carl, do you want to walk him to set up the double play? I'll give him a second just to make sure he doesn't want to walk him. You got runners at second and third, 1 out, top of 7. Infield in or back. Put him on. Okay. He's going to intentionally walk him to set up the double play. Bases juiced for Royce Clayton. I suppose they're going to play back and go for the double play. Otherwise, they wouldn't have put him on. So, yeah, infield back. Yeah. Okay, going for the double play is. Here we go. Royce Clayton batted .282, 6 home runs. Big opportunity for the Giants. 28. That is a Steve Reich 3 called on the outside corner. That is the second out. That brings up the pitcher spot with the bases loaded here. Woo! Dave Martinez looks like he might be coming in. And yes, it looks like Dave Martinez is coming in to pinch hit. Maybe if I go to, yep. All right, Dave Martinez, he is going to, hang on a second, what number are we on? So we are on number 9, right? Okay. So Dave Martinez is coming in the 9th spot here. Bill Swift out. That's going to end his day. I'm sorry, Dean Chance is, Yeah, Dean Chance will be coming out. And coming into pinch hit is going to be Dave Martinez. Here in the 7th, bases are loaded. 2 away between the lines. So next batter is Dave Martinez. There we go. Jackson's going to pitch in the bottom of the 7th. Okay, here we go. Bases loaded, big. One way or the other, somebody. This could be the at-bat that determines this all the way around. Let's see. Still 2-0, bottom of 7. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Here comes the pitch. Jim Perry. 54, he's got him. That's an out. We just need 3, 2, 1. Fly ball to center, and they make the catch. F8, and that's going to do it. That is 1 hit, a walk, an intentional walk, a strikeout, a sacrifice, and a fly out. So we go to the 7th, stretch time, and it looks like Jackson is now coming in to pitch. Is that Michael Jackson? I'm assuming that's Michael Jackson. I could take Dave Martinez out now. I don't think I see another Jackson. Yeah, it looks like it's going to have to be Michael. Michael. Take out Swift there. All right, so go to the home team. Michael Jackson. Twins are coming to bat against Michael Jackson. Here, down 2-0, bottom of 7. 2 up, Russ Nixon. Then it's going to be Jim Perry, unless you want to pinch hit for him. So start thinking about a pinch hitter. So due up, Russ Nixon. Pitcher spot due up next. Here we go. Pitching for your San Francisco Giants, Michael Jackson, the right-hander. There we go. Bottom of 7th. 39. He's going to get him. 3, 2, 1. Fly out to center. F8. Pitcher spot up. Pitcher spot up. Do you want Perry to hit, or you want him to keep pitching? What do you want to do? Give him a second to figure out what he wants to do here with this pitching situation. All right, Rich Reese is coming in to pinch hit. All right. So that is, I put the, yeah, it doesn't matter. So that is going to be Rich Reese coming in the 7th. The hometown, Rich Reese. I do not see a Rich Reese, to be honest. Am I missing him somewhere? Oh, maybe I didn't slide up. I didn't slide up high enough, I bet. Oh, yes. Okay. Rich Reese. There he is. All right, so he's coming in the 9th spot. So it should be Rich Reese coming in to pinch hit. There we go. One out here in the bottom of the 7th. Rich Reese to pinch hit. 2-0. Good battle. Here we go. 20, 21. 21, and that is going to be a strikeout to Rich Reese. 19 to 29 is a strikeout. So 2 away for the top of the lineup. Zolio Versalis coming up. 1 for 3 with a single in the 5th. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. 94, so we're going to be checking the second baseman. Second baseman is Robbie Thompson, and that is a 1. We rolled a 1, so that is another freaking error. E4. It's only a 1 base error, but it is still an error. And that brings up Cesar Tovar. 1 out. I'm sorry, 2 outs. Runner at first. There we go. Tovar. 6-0. And that is a hit. So that is going to be a single. Let's find out if the runner moves from first to third. 3, 2, 1. Hold at second. He can risk to advancing to third. If you roll a D6, 1 to 4, he's safe. 5 to 6, he's out. So do you want to risk him sending him to third, or do you just want to hold him at second? Captain Carl. There is 2 outs. Versalis would be going first to third, or you can just hold him at second on the single by Tovar. Holding him at second, okay. So runners at first and second for, oh my gosh, Harmon Killebrew. 44 home runs in the regular season, 269 average. Rigetti is warming up in the pen, says Baseball Demos. All right, first and second for Jackson against Killebrew. Here we go, bottom of 7. 49 is an out. He gets him. So 3, 2, 1. Fly out to left, and that's going to do it. F7. And we go to the 8th. Still tied. I'm sorry, still tied. Still 2-0 Giants going in the 8th. Who's pitching for the Twins? Due up is going to be the top of the lineup. Darren Lewis, righty. Willie McGee, a switch hitter, and Will Clark, lefty. Barry Bonds, lefty. Al Worthington's in. Okay, Al Worthington is coming in. Al Worthington, here you are. You're 9. And you're pitching. Al Worthington is now pitching. Oops. Let's make sure it made the changes. It did. All right, so coming in, Al Worthington in the 8th for Minnesota. Due up the top of the lineup, Darren Lewis, Willie McGee, and Will Clark. Didn't matter, I need my release safes, says Captain Carl. Rigetti will pitch the 8th. Okay, I'll put that down. But if you change your mind, let me know. Rigetti is going to pitch the 8th. All right. Okay, here we go. Darren Lewis. 13. That is a solid single to lead things off here. Darren Lewis. He's got a pretty good chance of stealing, actually. So if he wanted to try for an attempt, we could roll the dice. You'd have to roll a 9, so you'd have to roll pretty much anything 9 or less on the 20-sider, and then it would be a 75% chance to steal, plus or minus the catcher's arm. In this case, Russ Nixon is average, so there would be no adjustment. So first thing, you need to get the jump, and then the stolen base would be 75, no adjustment from the catcher. Try steal. Okay. So pretty much he's going to get the jump. He does get the jump. So 75 or less, he'll be in there with the stolen base. As a 25, he's in there, stolen base. Gets to second, nobody out. Willie McGee up. So Willie McGee is up. Wants to bunt. All right. So 1 to 5. And then 1 to 5. He's in there. And that is going to be a sack. So he's on to third. And I'm assuming the defense is going to play in for Will Clark here. With only 1 out, runner at third, defense playing in. Yes, it's still 2-0 APBH enter. I'm assuming he's going to play in. Yep, infield in. Okay. Will Clark is 1 for 3 with a walk. Will Clark, 71. That is a walk. 70 to 76 is a walk. So he walked Will Clark. So runners at the corners now for Barry Bonds. Top of 8, still 2-0. You got runners at the corners. Barry Bonds is up with 1 out. You can play back and go for the double play. You can play in and try and keep the run off the board. Either way, Captain Carl, let me know. Infield back, going for the double play. Barry Bonds, here we go. 65, just outside the hit range. Just outside the hit range. So that will be an out. We need to find out what kind of out it is. All important. Look at the yellow. 3, 2, 1. That's a pop up to the catcher and a big out there. P2. Pass up to the catcher. No advancement for either runner. That brings up Matt Williams. 2 outs now. Runners at the corners for Matt Williams. Matt Williams is, oh my gosh, he is 1 for 3. Also got on with an error in the 5th inning. 33, and that is going to be an out, and that's going to do it. 3, 2, 1. Ground ball to third, and we're going to have a 5U, 5 unassisted again. We go to the bottom of the 8th. And pitching is going to be Dave Righetti. Pitching is going to be Dave Righetti. All righty. Dave Righetti. He's coming into the 8th. Bottom 8. Close fought ball game so far. All right, and we can take out Michael Jackson. It's going to be Dave Righetti, 9, and P. Here we go. Let's just make sure everything changed. Dave Righetti, okay, and if we go back, it shows him. Okay, there we go. All right, so due up is Tony Avila, Bob Allison, Ted Olander. Unless you want to make any offensive pinch hitting changes, let me know. Try and let me know ahead of time. Now we know how Earl Weaver was when Don Stanhouse was on the mound. So due up is going to be Tony Avila against Dave Righetti. Righetti is a left-hander. We have Tony Avila, the lefty, Bob Allison, righty, and then 3 lefties up after that. So good move by the manager of the Giants, bringing in the lefty at the perfect opportunity. Let's see if we get into his 57, 58, and 59 lefty-righty outs. Could come into play. Let's see. Tony Avila, he is 1 for 2 and also got on with an error. Uh-oh! 0-3, and that is an extra base hit. This one's going. This one is going. So Dave Righetti actually is a, oh my gosh, he is a plus 30 to home run chances. Wow, I'm going to have to pull out my sheet just to make sure that that is correct, because that's an insane. Let's see. Let me pull out my actual sheet here. Where in the hell are these teams? Here we are. Dave Righetti. Yes, he is a plus 30 to home run chances. So Tony Avila, 1 to 30, -1, plus 30 because of Dave Righetti. So 1 to 59, and this one is gone. And we got us a brand new ball game. No, 79, just over to the 60. That is still going to be a double, a lead-off double off of Dave Righetti. That one hit the top of the wall. Dave Righetti shaking his head, not knowing what that was all about. And that brings up the tying run, Bob Allison, here in the bottom of the 8th. Any adjustments, gentlemen, let me know. Bobby Allison, he batted .258, can tie the ball game up with one swing of the bat. So far, 2 strikeouts and a walk for Bobby Allison. 43, that's going to be an out, though, with the runner at second. 3, 2, 1. Runner on second. It's a pop-up to third, so it doesn't matter. Nobody's advancing. That's a P5. 1 away. Ted Eulander. 11 home runs in 47 innings pitched, says APBH header. Now, that's why he's got. I've never seen a plus 30 before. That's crazy. Ted Eulander, he is 0 for 3 so far. The center fielder. Not sure if we're having any. Let me just look at his. Yeah, I don't really see any switches there. So there goes more here, says Clinton Parks. Uhlander. There we go. All right, Ted Uhlander. Runner at second. 1 out. 41. That was going to be an out. 3, 2, 1. 1. It's a pop up to first. So 2 pop ups. Is not advancing the runners. That brings up Rod Carew. He's actually Rod Carew's 0 for 3 so far. Batted .292, 8 home runs in the regular season. Uland. Well, what does the DER stand for? Is that just extra letters? Uland? It would be DER. Ulander. All right, 2 outs, bottom 8. 25, just outside the walk-in. That is a Steve right 3, swing and a miss. So leadoff double, which was almost a home run, goes nowhere. We go to the 9th, 2-0 ball game. Due up for the Giants will be Robbie Thompson, Kurt Manwaring, and Royce Clayton, followed by the pitcher spot if it gets that far. Rod Beck in the pen. You want to bring him in? Top of 9. You going to bring him in, or you just tell me he's warming up? Yes, in the bottom of the 9th. Right. Okay. So, still Al Worthington against Robbie Thompson, Kurt Manwaring, and Royce Clayton. Robbie Thompson, here we go, top of 9. 41, that will be a out. 3, 2, 1. Fly ball to left. F7. Kurt Manwaring. 1 out. Top of 9. 97, we're going to be looking at some defense again. Left fielder Bobby Allison drops it. That's an F7 error. 1 base error. Next batter, Royce Clayton. 1 out here. Cameron to pitch in if it gets to the 9th spot. It will probably, unless they get a double play here. Royce Clayton up. He is, 1 for 3, also got on by an error. That is the 3rd error on the Twins. And, I'm sorry, third on the Twins, and 3rd, oh my God, there's been 6 errors in this game. Crazy. And that is going to be a single Runner at first. Let's find out how far he goes. 3, 2, 1. It's going to be first to third, holds at second. So a single. Runners at first and second. 1 out. And coming up is the lefty, Dave Righetti, but he's being pulled back for... Oh, he called. Oh, walk Clayton. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Guys, got to be a little quicker. My bad. Yeah, it would have ended up being a single anyway, so it doesn't matter. So now coming in for Righetti's. Righetti, who is coming in? Gotta love a pitcher's duel. Who is coming in? Pinch hit. Mark Cameron. Okay. Mark Cameron's coming in. Mark Cameron. He's coming in for the ninth spot. Okay. So Mark Cameron's coming in to pitch hit. Oh my gosh. Mark coming in the ninth. Runners at first and second. Only 1 out. Mark, carry on, my friend. Carry on, my friend. Here we go. 1 out. 34. That's going to be an out. What kind of out is it? 3, 2, 1. Fly out to left, and everyone holds. F7. Back to the top of the lineup. 2 away now for Darren Lewis. Darren Lewis. 11, and that is going to be a single. Can they get an insurance run? Let's find out. Got to look at that runner at second, find out if he makes it home. 3, 2, 1. Scores on a weak or average arm. That was to center field. Center fielder is average. So coming in to score and advancing to third on the weak arm to center field. On the single, 2 base advance for everyone. 1, 2, and 1, 2. And the Giants put up an insurance run. Runners at the corners now, 2 away. It's not over yet. Willie McGee, runners at the corners, 2 away. If the Twins can keep them to just 1, maybe, just maybe, in the bottom of the 9th. 26, that is going to be Steve Reich, 3 call to Willie McGee, and that's going to do it. But the Giants put up 1 all-important run. It's 3-0 going to the bottom of the 9th. Who's coming in to pitch? I can't remember. I can't keep track of all your guys' crazy moves out there. Let's see. Who was it? I'm trying to remember. Rod Beck. Rod Beck. All right. Just remember, anybody that comes in, so far we're going to keep track of how many innings everyone is pitched for so far. And so we're in the bottom of the bottom 8. Let's see. I'm sorry, bottom of 9. What am I thinking? Bottom of 9. Rod Beck is coming in. All right, so his hit times 1. That means something crazy. I got to double check what that means again. Hang on a second, guys. Any hit that ends in a 1 in area 1 to 59 instead of a hit. So if I roll, say, an 11 and it ends up being a hit, instead of a hit, it'll be an out. That's what that means. Walk. Strikeout means 40 to 47, as well as all of the 80 range are strikeouts. He must be a strikeout professional. All right, due up is Russ Nixon, the pitcher spot, which I'm sure we'll get a pinch hitter for. And back to the top of the lineup. If you want to substitute anybody, try to let me know. So Russ Nixon first, though, before we can do anything else. I don't know if you want to pinch hit for Russ Nixon, 235 average. Down to your last bullets. You better spend them now. You do have Frank Castro. He batted 323. You do have to bring in someone for the pitcher spot as well. You do have Hank El Grazo. He was 269 average. Rich Rollins batting for. All right, so he's going to come in the A spot, actually, right? 8. And we'll take Russ Nixon out. Okay. Rich Rollins. Okay, Rich Rollins coming in to pinch hit. Rod Beck is a right-hander. Just keep that in mind. If you roll 67 or 57, 58, and 59 lefty-righty, that will be an out. Just keep that in mind. So Rich Rollins batting for Nixon here and then the pitcher spot. Find another good substitution. 50 exactly. That will be an out. 3, 2, 1. Pop up to short. So we're going to call that a P6. Coming in for Dean Chance will be someone, I'm sure, in the 9th spot. I'm sorry, coming in for Al Worthington in the 9th spot. Down on the last 2 outs. Andy Costco. All right, Andy Costco is coming in, the number 9 spot. So Andy Costco. I got to write this one down. Andy Costco coming in the 9th. All right. Andy Costco with a 143 average. Okay. Six zero. I'm assuming that is going to be an out. That should be an out. It doesn't say specifically in the rule book, but it should be an out. So 3, 2, 1. That is going to be ground to third. So 5-3. We're back to the top of the lineup. Last hurrah for the 1967 Minnesota Twins. Zolio Versalis. Unless you want to pinch hit for him. His 200 average. Oh, you know what? I put in the wrong guy, I bet. That's my bad. That should have been Frank Costo, I bet, not Andy Costco. Oh, no, you did put in Andy. Why would you put in Andy Costco instead of Frank Costo? I thought maybe I read it wrong. There are two Costco's, which is weird. Frank Costco, Andy Costco. Andy is an O or 143. Frank Costco is actually a 323. Bad fingers or brain fart. Okay. I'm not sure what I rolled. I'm not sure it would have made a difference. Not sure it would have made a difference, but might have. Anyways, we're going to give Zolio Versalis a last go, I guess. $56, that's the worst number you could possibly roll. That's going to be an out for sure. 3, 2, 1. It's grounded out to second, 4-3, and this one's in the books as the San Francisco Giants have defeated the 1967 Twins 3-0. 3-0. One run in the first, one in the fourth, and one in the ninth is all they can manage. The Twins, one walk. I'm looking through here. One walk, one hit, two walks, two hits, three walks, three hits, four hits. So they had 4 hits, 3 walks, and they got on base on 3 errors, an E8, an E7, and an E4. So 3 errors by both teams did not make the day a very good defensive game. But only 4 hits, I think I said. There was a single in the 4th, single in the 5th, a single in the 7th, and a double that should have been a home run in the 8th, so only 4 hits, so no runs and 4 hits. The Giants manage 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hits. Giants only had 10 hits, also 3 errors, E6, E1, and an E7. But the Giants, 3 runs, 10 hits, 3 errors. The Twins, no runs, 4 hits, 3 errors. And that's going to do it here for game number 2. Next game will be Monday night when the APBA Chatter and his 19... let me get the sheet out so I have it. Monday night, it's going to be the 1942 Dodgers, led by APBA Chatter, versus Ron Juckett in the 1961 Tigers. Monday night. And then Tuesday night, don't forget Tuesday night, is going to be the 1909 Chicago Cubs, run by Ken Castro, versus the 1985 New York Yankees, run by Sports Time Machine. So Monday night and Tuesday night will be the next games in the series, but that will do it here from Minneapolis, Minnesota, as the 1967 Twins fall 3-0 to the 1993 San Francisco Giants. The number 6 seed defeats the number 3 seed. So far, both lower seeds have won their respective games. The 1993 Giants will take on the winner of the 1995 New York Yankees and the 1909 Chicago Cubs just to go to the finals. So the winner of the 1909 Cubs and the 1985 Yankees. The winner of that game will take on the Giants. And you can see what you're up against here. Anyways, I want to thank everyone for coming on. I especially want to thank Baseball Demos and Captain Carl for joining in the tournament and making sure that you were here to captain your way on. So that way I didn't make any mistakes or do anything crazy with any of your teams. So anyways, guys, appreciate it. And for all of our participating members here, I do want to thank them as well. So see you Monday night for game number 3. The 42 Dodgers by APBA Chatter takes on Ron Juckett in the 1961 Tigers. And then Tuesday night, 1909, Chicago Cubs, led by Ken Castro, taking on the 1985 New York Yankees. We'll see everyone then. Have a great rest of your weekend. We'll see you all Monday. Till then, take care and thanks for watching, guys.